It's emerged that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle went to see the Queen yesterday for the first time in more than 2 years as they made their way to the Invictus Games in the Netherlands. They popped into Windsor Castle.
Now, the couple haven't confirmed whether they're to attend the Queen's Jubilee, but celebrations have already started. A Commonwealth of Nations globe featuring stones collected from the UK's highest peaks has been unveiled at the Tower of London. It's going to stay there until the lighting of the principal beacon at Buckingham Palace on the 2nd of June.
Yeah, so lots to talk about. Our royal correspondent, Cameron Walker, went to the ceremony, joins us now. Hello there, Cameron. First of all, Harry and Meghan. None of us knew they were visiting.
No, it's a complete shock to me as well. I was at Windsor Castle yesterday for the Royal Maundy service, a very important event in the royal calendar, and none of us on the royal beat were aware at all what was happening behind the castle gates. Now, Buckingham Palace's official line on this is that they will not comment on private matters, but from speaking to my sources inside the palace, as well as Prince Harry and Meghan's spokesperson, I can confirm that they did in fact meet the Queen yesterday afternoon at Windsor Castle. It's the first time it's believed that both Harry and Meghan have been back to the UK together since March 2020, the Commonwealth Day service just before the pandemic. That's how long ago we're talking. Then, of course, we had the Oprah interview with those bombshell allegations of a royal racist and being financially cut off by the firm, both of which have been denied by Buckingham Palace. But I suppose this meeting yesterday perhaps is a sign of them making amends. But we understand it was just a pit stop in the UK because the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are now travelling on to The Hague in the Netherlands to attend Prince Harry's Invictus Games, which starts tomorrow.
Doesn't it, that the news got out that Harry and Meghan were in town simply because onlookers who were there for the same reason for the Maundy service, onlookers recognised them. They saw them there. I don't know. Do you know any more about where they would have been? Were they just crossing the road or opening a door or something?
Well, as you say, Anne, the Sun are reporting that pensioners were absolutely stunned when they saw Harry and Meghan wandering around the grounds of Windsor Castle following that Royal Maundy service, and they were apparently smiling and waving at them. And I think that's how the story got out, because I'm assuming some of the people at the service were started to talk to journalists. But yes, it's just speculation. But I suppose it's a castle, it's a secure castle, so they can just walk them up around the grounds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, you were there for this special ceremony yesterday, Cameron. What happened?
Well, it was the Royal Maundy service, a very important event in the royal calendar. Usually it's Her Majesty the Queen that would go to the service and hand out Maundy money to local pensioners and people who have done good deeds and volunteering for the community. But because of the Queen's mobility issues, she decided she could not commit to the service. So Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall represented her at the service. It's the first time the two of them have done so, and I suppose it's another sign that Her Majesty is starting to hand more responsibility over to the next generation.
By the centre, quick march!
Pomp, ceremony, and pageantry. An ancient royal fortress begins protecting an important symbol of the Queen's 70 years of service. The Commonwealth of Nations globe will become a centrepiece in the lighting of the beacons, a key event taking place over the Platinum Jubilee weekend in June. Pageant master Bruno Peake explains why he thinks it's important to mark the Queen's milestone.
She's the longest British-serving monarch in history, and today we created a small piece of history ourselves by bringing the Commonwealth of Nations globe into the Tower of London for safekeeping until it's used as part of the lighting of the principal beacon at Buckingham Palace.
The Commonwealth of Nations globe was paraded through the grounds of the Tower of London, escorted by a 70-piece marching band of the Royal Air Force Air Cadets. The Queen's pageant master presented the globe to the Tower of London's governor. Platinum, diamond, gold and silver feature in its design, representing Her Majesty's 4 Jubilees. The stones in the crown which surrounds the globe signify the closeness of the 4 nations of the UK and were collected from the top of the 4 highest peaks in Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales and England. Chief Yeoman Warder Peace McGowran, along with his fellow beefeaters, have the job of guarding the globe.
it is a big responsibility that we don't take lightly, and obviously what we do as a day-to-day job here, looking after the crown jewels, is goes along with that.
It remains a secret just how the globe will be used in the lighting of the beacons, but we know over 2,000 of them will be lit by communities all over Britain, as well as 54 Commonwealth capitals. The Commonwealth of Nations globe, a symbol of unity across the world, will be on display here at the White Tower before it is brought to Buckingham Palace for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June. Cameron Walker, GB News, at the Tower of London.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love the lighting of a beacon, and we're going to do a load of that, aren't we? The first one is going to be at Buckingham Palace, by the sound of it.
But do you know what, though? I remember it happening in the past. I don't remember actually sort of being able to see them anywhere. Have you ever seen the beacon? We like these beacons. Do you ever see them?
I know why I like the lighting of a beacon, because I used to live in Malvern, near the Malvern Hills.
Ah, so you could see
and
it.
And see the big beacon. The biggest hill was the beacon, and we always went up to the beacon on a day like today. Actually, like Easter, family would go for a walk up the beacon. And I remember from being very small asking what a beacon is. Why is it called the beacon? And it's medieval beacon, I think, that one. But we've got so many of them up and down the land, and they all have a story to tell. But when they are lit as a chain, it's a wonderful thing.
It'd be very nice. I'll tell you what, with drones these days,
might be able to get some good shots.
Yeah, that'd be quite nice. If you've got a drone, have a look. I quite fancy. Do you fancy a drone? You've got a drone?
No. Drone?
Yes.
Well, yes, actually.
Oh.
Two. But no, it's only because one of my sons is very keen on them, but they are weird things. Only little ones that keep going wrong.
Yeah, well, you only need the little ones now, don't you? They're very effective and efficient.
They said that we were going to have parcels delivered by drone, but we haven't yet, have we?
Hasn't yet. I think they've done some trials in the States, but it hasn't happened over here yet. Yeah. That's the way forward.
It will be. One day our towns and cities will have lots of little drones going all over the place. Because already yours has got the delivery.
Got little robots.
Little robots.
Yes,
robots and drones.
Something flying into the garden would be very nice. Just to see the look
as long as it's not a camera.
Just to see the look on the cat's face.
Yeah, as long as it's not a tabloid newspaper's camera. No. I think that's the problem, isn't it? That's the worry.
Anyway, we'll tackle that when
it comes to it. We'll have netting over our tops of our gardens. Crazy, isn't it?